Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of How Did We Not Know That? I'm Nat,
I'm Jack.
and today Jack is gonna be talking about a holiday that's going on right now, right?
Yeah, correct. Okay, so October 1st was a special day. It is the current okay, actually let me just I'm Chinese, if anyone didn't know, I don't know. So we celebrate in like Chinese heritage and like other Asian heritages. We celebrate the Mid-Autumn Festival. So actually Nat's in Korea right now. And in Korea, Chuseok should be going on, which is like the Korean version.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, basically the Mid-Autumn Festival is like the Thanksgiving, like Chinese Thanksgiving in a way, and like Chuseok is the Korean Thanksgiving. But I'm gonna tell everyone the legend of the Mid-Autumn Festival and what it's about. So that's that. But yeah,
Yay.
oh yeah, yay. Okay, so the early Mid-Autumn the early form of the Mid-Autumn Festival is derived from the custom of moon worship that occurred during the Zhou dynasty, which was 3,000 years ago. And so in ancient China, most emperors worshiped the moon annually, and then the custom was accepted by the masses and became more popular over time. So the reason why we worship the moon, which I mean, today you don't really worship the moon. You kind of talk about the moon a little bit, but it's more just like being with family. Um, but yeah, the legend of the moon. So long ago, before the Fire Nation attacked, no, just kidding. Okay, long ago, there used to be apparently um, 10 suns shining in the sky. And the suns are so hot that the crops were drying and people were suffering a lot. So, because 10 suns is like more
Yeah,
than
really
5
hot.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Toasty. That's so.
Yeah, there's a powerful archer. So he's like bow and arrow. And his name was Ho Yi. And he was determined to relieve this suffering. It was like his life's calling. So he climbed to the top of Kunlun Mountain. There's no way that that's how you say it. Kunlun, Kunlun. Yeah, he climbed to the top of a mountain, and then he took full strength to pull the bow with all his. What the hell? He took full strength to pull the bow with all his strength. Anyways, he took his bow and arrow and he shot down 9 of the 10 suns. So he left us with our main sun, and he said to the last sun in the sky, "From now on, you must rise on time and fall on time every day and benefit the people."
Oh
So,
my
yeah, it's like so forward to talk to the sun like that.
god. Yeah.
Right. So from then on, everyone respects Ho Yi, and many people become followers of him and they learn from him. So now Ho Yi has his little archers class, and all the villagers are coming to learn archery. And a man among the students, his name was Feng Meng, and he was treacherous and greedy. So
Oh no.
because Ho Yi shot down 9 of the 10 sons and saved everyone, the Queen of Heaven. So the Queen of Heaven gives Ho Yi an elixir as a reward for his magnificent feat. Okay, yeah. So she gives Ho Yi the elixir of life. And so what this elixir does is it helps whoever drinks it, it helps them ascend to heaven and become immortal. So
Okay.
Ho Yi's like cool immortality. But Ho Yi's wife, Chang'e, is awesome. And he doesn't want to leave his wife. So he's not going to take the elixir. He decides not to drink it. And he gives it to Chang'e for safekeeping. However, Chang'e's wife is beautiful and kind, and she helps the poor, and people really like her. So Feng Meng, the student who is really jealous and like greedy, wants this elixir of life. So he comes on the morning of a 15th day of an 8th lunar month, which is like that's how we pick because the Mid-Autumn Festival's date changes each year because it's according to the lunar calendar.
Okay.
So this year it's on October 1st, so it's already yeah. By the time this is up, it's long gone. So you just have to like prepare for next year. But Fengmeng comes in, he breaks into Chang'e's home when Hou Yi is outside hunting, and he demands that she hands over the elixir. And knowing that Chang'e's like, yeah, I can't beat this person, this archer. So knowing that she can't defeat him, she promptly swallows the elixir to save it. So she's like, I have to get rid of it. And she takes the elixir. And as soon as she swallows it, she flies to the sky towards the moon. And that is where she lives immortally, is on the moon.
Oh
Uh,
my, like,
I know,
how convenient for her to just be like, "Oh, I gotta save it. Let me just drink it really
I know.
quick."
I was like, I feel like there are other ways, but
Yeah,
she did
that's
her best. Quick thinking. It's like a high intense situation.
yeah.
So, okay, now Ho Yi comes back home and he finds his wife has disappeared. So he rushes out of the door anxiously, and Chang'e was standing next to a laurel tree on the moon and staring lovingly at her husband. So basically, Chang'e is on the moon beside a tree, a laurel tree on the moon.
Okay.
And yeah, she's like looking down on him from the
Aw.
moon. And he says, Chang'e, Chang'e. And he's like, gesturing towards the moon. But once he chases forward, the moon goes back. So he can never catch up to the moon. And he misses his wife so much, Ho Yi misses his wife so much, that he prepared a banquet towards the moon on every 15th day of the 8th lunar month, looking forward to reuniting with Chang'e.
Wait, that's so sweet. That's sad though.
I know, it's super sad. I think that Avatar: The Last Airbender. That do you remember that? Do you remember that episode where Sokka's love interest turns into the moon? I think that's what this is loosely based off of.
I never watched Avatar.
Missing out.
So
That's your quarantine thing. You can go watch it.
I'll watch it during quarantine.
Yeah. Um. Uh, yeah. So basically, yeah. Since the folks really like Chang'e because she was nice, they all join in with Ho Yi, and they also put up like sacrifices and well sacrifices like fruit. They
Oh,
put up like like little fruits and cakes and stuff to
yeah.
celebrate her. And yeah, and that became the Mid Autumn Festival. So everyone gathers together and celebrates. And so, today the custom is to hang out with your fam and yeah, enjoy. Oh, here it is. So the common customs of the Mid-Autumn Festival today are family members eating dinner together, sharing mooncakes, which I'll tell you about in a second, worshiping the moon with gifts, displaying lanterns, and yeah, other fun activities for bonding. Um, and then yeah, we eat mooncakes. So wait, let me think. I think we just gave away our last mooncake, but I can show you later. Oh, maybe I can put a picture in the video. But
Yeah.
mooncakes are, have you had a mooncake?
Yeah, those are like my favorite.
Oh,
I
you
really,
like them? Really?
yeah, you don't?
No, I do, but I think that they're like they got
Like,
a very like specific taste. Like I gotta be like really
um,
feeling a mooncake.
it's not like super sweet, you know.
Yeah. Mooncakes are like if you're listening, just Google mooncakes. But they're like
And
yeah,
they're,
they're really pretty designs and they're very rich. They're like pretty thick because it's like a paste inside.
yeah,
Yeah, my favorite is the lotus seed paste with two yolk. Oh, actually no, one yolk. I don't like two yolks because I don't like yolks. But like it's like an egg yolk inside of it. But yeah, I if you're gonna go, okay, yeah. To anyone listening, if you're interested in trying a mooncake, you should go to your local Asian grocery store or Chinese grocery store. If you can go to the Chinese one, you're probably gonna have better luck. But go to one of those and then they should be out on display by the time this episode comes out. Hopefully they're still up. They should still be selling them,
yeah.
and they'll come in like a tin and there should be four of them, or you can buy just like one. Some
Mm.
stores sell just like one, or they only sell it by tin. And yeah, they'll have different kinds, and I think a safe first mooncake to try is the lotus seed paste with two yolk. I think that's like pretty traditional, even though I don't like them, but yeah. But yeah,
Nice.
that's the Mid Autumn Festival. So happy Mid Autumn Festival. And then we say, oh, I hope my tones sound okay. but we would say like 中秋节快乐, which means like Happy Mid-Autumn Festival.
Wow. Oh,
Yeah.
that's so fun. I'm like trying to think. I haven't left my apartment yet. I'm in Korea right now, but I'm still stuck in quarantine for the next week. So I haven't been able to see. But like Chuseok here, um like all the schools and like businesses shut down from like Wednesday to Sunday. So it's like a really long holiday. You get like almost a week off. Um and I think now there's like a lot of like sales, like Chuseok sales, and everyone is like supposed to be with their family this year. However, like people, like with everything going on, like I don't think you can travel as easily. And I think like the government here has kind of been like encouraging like virtual Chuseok celebrations. But yeah, I'm like, I wish I could see if it's like all decorated nicely or like
Yeah.
know if like I don't know if there's a specific like Korean food that they eat
They
in Korea.
do. They do. Wait, we can go into this. So actually, I didn't realize that Chuseok was the Mid-Autumn Festival until this year because so one of my friends is she listens to our podcast. So, but one of my friends that I met in Korea, she told me she gets 5 days off this year. So she's having a good
Wow.
but I guess yeah, they always get like a lot of time off for it. But when I was in Korea, because I studied in Korea, I celebrated Chuseok with her and her family. So she invited me to, and I didn't realize it was the Mid Autumn Festival.
Uh,
So, anyways, yeah, we like went to her house and I got to meet both of her grandparents and like her cousins and everything. And we ate so much food, and they eat something called songpyeon. Songpyeon, I hope I'm saying that right. But it's like, is it just, let me Google to make sure I'm saying it right. But
mm,
it's like a glutinous. Oh, yes, nailed it. Yeah, it's songpyeon. Oh, yes. So they're called like half moon shaped rice cakes. And yeah, it's just like a rice cake and it's filled with whatever you want it to be. So they'll have that, which is really delicious. I like them. And then a
ooh,
bunch of other foods. I didn't even know half of the things that I was eating, but it was really good. And then they'll play Ute Nori as well. We played like Ute Nori with her fam, which is like it's like, how do I describe it? You like throw sticks up and then they'll land, and it's like how many spaces you get to move on this board that you literally draw out. Like we drew out a board and did that. So yeah, it's really fun. But you basically just like hang out with family. And I didn't speak any Korean, so I did not really know what's going on, but I had such a good time. It's still like one of my favorite memories in Korea.
that's so cute. That sounds like it's such a good time and like yeah, what a fun time. I know like all my coworkers here have been describing it as like, oh, Green Thanksgiving. Like and no one really calls it like the Mid-Autumn Festival. So I think maybe there's less emphasis on like the like lunar calendar and like tradition behind it in Korea and maybe more focus on like just spending time with family. Like
Yeah.
compared to
I
celebration.
think that let me look it up.
Oh,
But yeah, I think like you could like refer to it as like a Thanksgiving. I think like it's more common to call it the Mid-Autumn Festival if you're from a Chinese background. But they literally occur on the same day. So I'm like,
yeah, like it's the same thing. Also, like Japan has a Mid-Autumn Festival, I believe too. I think it's called like Tsukimi. Wait, let me look it up really quick.
yeah, let me.
Yeah, Otsukimi, which is like
Oh,
the
that's a different. Oh no, that's literally the same thing.
but it's like celebrated the same time, but it like when so I last year I was living in Japan and I came like late September. So I was there for like Otsukimi. But and I had like Japanese roommates. I was living with Japanese friends. And it was like it's totally different, I think, than how they celebrate it in Korea and China. At least in Tokyo, like the only thing I really saw was like a bunch of sales, like otsukimi sales, and like you can get like fun like desserts for the holiday, but it seemed more of like kind of like a Hallmark holiday. But I think in like other outside of Tokyo there might be like festivals in like other towns throughout Japan, but I think yeah, from what I experienced at least, it doesn't seem as yeah, it's like not as like a traditional
Yeah.
holiday.
I just looked this up and case closed. So I looked up just like Mid-Autumn Festival generally, and it says that it's known as like the Moon Festival or Mooncake Festival, and it's a traditional festival celebrated by a lot of different East and Southeast Asian people. So it's an Asian holiday, I guess. But yeah, it says it's observed. It's literally the same day for everyone, and you eat mooncakes. And but in Korea, we did not have mooncakes. We had songpyeon,
Yeah.
and yeah, it's observed by China, Korea, Japan, Singapore, Vietnam, Cambodia, Malaysia, Indonesia, Thailand, and the Philippines.
Dang, that's a lot of countries. But I'm sure each country has like different like traditions, and like they celebrate it by like varying degrees.
Absolutely, yeah. They all do different things, and they like would be American Chinese, like American Malaysian Chinese, and that's we just eat mooncakes, and we eat them whenever we want. We don't wait till
Yeah.
like the day of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember. Did you ever watch the show Sagwa on PBS? It was like
Mm-mm.
a kids cartoon. It was about this cat that lived in like the Chinese emperor's palace, and her name was
Yes, I did. Her name was Sagwa.
I
No,
sworn, or at least that was the name of the
Sagwa
show.
the Chinese
Swear.
sesame cat. I totally have seen this. Yeah.
Yeah, because I just remember like the mid-autumn festival episode when they're all eating mooncakes. Like that's like
Uh,
permanently, like in my brain. It
yeah.
was such a cute episode.
Oh my God, I used to love this show actually. I didn't realize that was her name.
I thought, yeah.
The Life of an Emperor's Cat. So entertaining.
So
All
cute.
right. Yes. Well, yeah.
Thanks.
Happy Mid Autumn Festival, everyone. Hope you spend some time with loved ones.
Yeah, be safe and be happy. Yay. Thanks.